Hello everyone, my name is Mark, and I have a review discussion for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I know I'm a little late to the party. This game is around 3 months old, and at the time of recording, I believe it's May 14th right now. And I did beat the game like a month or so after getting it. I ordered the game online, getting the collector's edition from the Square Enix store. As you can see that box over there with the Sephiroth statue. But other than that, I want to get back to why I took so long for my personal review. It's because that this game is very difficult to talk about, and so I kind of needed to study it a bit more. So that's why I wrote some notes down so I can properly discuss how I feel about this game. I'm not going to talk about story as much. I'm just going to be brief with it because I feel like you guys should experience that story for yourself because I think it's a great story. Uh, Keep in mind, I haven't played the original since maybe 2018 or so, so my knowledge about it kind of withered away just a little bit. I technically know what happens in the game, like, the final boss and in between, but uh, I only remember the major story points from the original, so other than that, let's start. So, about the story. So, the story picks up right after Remake, after the Midgar escape. So, the game starts in calm. If you played Intermission, the episode Yuffie, there's a new ending for the main game. It just shows Cloud, Barrett, Tifa, and Aerith walking outside of the Midgar, going towards calm. So, that sets up Rebirth. And then, when you start Rebirth, the first chapter that you're going to do is the Nibelheim flashback, which is very, very fun. It was a good impression starter for people who are going to start playing Rebirth, and I think it did a great job. Other than that, I believe, if my memory serves me correct, the story is pretty much like the original almost. The only thing that got me questioning some things is that the ending, like especially the after credits. What will happen to part 3 after watching the after credits? So, I'm not going to sorry about that. I'm not going to talk about more about that. I'll just wait for you guys to experience it. So, now, this is what I want to talk about is the game itself. Is it fun? Is it addictive? Will it last the test of time? And I'm here to proudly answer that this game checks all boxes. This game is very fun. There's a lot of mini games. Like, I shit you not, this game has a lot of mini games. Like, what I personally like to call it is Mario Party Rebirth. I know it's just a shitty name, but that's how it is. By no means necessary. The mini games, most of the time, they're not bad. I think they're very fun. You have like the frog mini game. You have my favorite minigame is Queen's Blood. I really hope one day Square Enix makes a standalone title, maybe for your phone or something, called for Queen's Blood. Cause man, I was very addicted to it. I got the highest rank in the main game, and I wish I could do that again. It was so fun. I would say I had as much fun with Queen's Blood, so I started wanting to play Magic the Gathering because I wanted more card games. So because of Queen's Blood, I'm playing Magic the Gathering. So thanks to that. So the game is presented very differently from Remake to Rebirth. So in Remake, it was kind of just a narrow straight line, just like akin to Final Fantasy 13, which is not really a bad thing. That's what you want to do from point A to point B. But with Rebirth, since you leave Midgar, it's more open now. It's more not open world per se, but more open zone. So it's kind of like if you ever played Sonic Frontiers. I know, kind of like a weird comparison, but that game is more zoned, like more open area. So this game with Rebirth, there's 7 zones, I believe. You have the grasslands. That's the opening area. Then you have the Junon. You have the Corel region, which is my favorite one. That's the biggest region, I believe. That's where Costa del Sol is. That's where the Gold Saucer is. That's like where everything what you want, right? You have the Nibble region and some regions I can't think of like off rip. Oh yeah, Cosmo Canyon. That one was really fun to go through. There's a lot of things you could do in each region. It's kind of like Ubisoft in a way. There's those towers you get where you have to like unlock some points of the map. Like I said, akin to Ubisoft games, right? And each region has similar activities, similar mini games for each theme, right? You have that Mughal house mini game, which I'm not really a fan of. Basically, what you do is you go to these Mog houses. You start a mini game where the Mughal or Mughlits are kind of like roaming around, being like troublemakers. So what you have to do as Cloud is you have to kind of guide them towards the middle of the map and keep them there. So the objective is that you have to do that for each region. Each region's mini game gets really hard. You have to do that without getting hit 3 times. It's not that difficult, but it's just kind of tedious to go through. But other than that, kind of forgettable for me. But at the ending of that mini game, there's like a funny cutscene I really admired. But I'll save that for you guys. Other than that, what else can I talk about? The boss fights. The boss fights in this game are so well crafted. It's so fun. Except some boss fights that I personally don't like. For example, Rufus. I'm not saying it's bad, but they're kind of bringing it back in a similar fashion. I don't like, not really like. You should have kept him in the first game in a way, right? But I could be wrong. What if he came back in the original a few more times? Like I said, my memory about that game is very slim because I haven't played it in like 6 years. Um, so what else can I talk about? The gold saucer. The gold saucer is fan freaking tastic. I had a great time there. There's most of the mini games are there. There's also this mini game I remember in the original, which is not present in Rebirth. It's the snowboarding mini game. I really enjoyed a lot in the original, but in the remake they kind of, or Rebirth, sorry, they cut that out. So what they did in Rebirth is that they made the snowboarding section like under construction. So they kind of put it there, but in the same way as like, oh, it's not ready to be operational. Maybe in part 3 you have like the knockout mini game you could do, which is really fun, where if you get all of the opponents you get to fight Sephiroth in chapter 12 or I believe in 12, which was really fun. It was kind of hard to understand at first, but over time you'll get used to it. What else is there? Oh yeah, this game also has like some persona like type relationship system where on top of their heads it has like a smiley face meter. Depending who you admire more is how you end up dating them in the gold saucer. So I guess, yeah, I got Tifa, of course, right? Maybe on my second run I'll maybe get Aerith, or may homeboy Aerith. Oh, homeboy Aerith. Sorry, homeboy Barrett. Um, because I still haven't gotten the platinum in that game, so I still have the Johnny's collection, which is, by the way, the trophy list for this game is absolutely, sorry, absolutely horrible. It's really hard to earn some of these achievements, like the Johnny's collection, which is bullshit. Like honestly, that achievement kind of made me want to stop it. So the only achievements I have is the Johnny collection, beating the game on hard mode, and I believe Chadley's combat simulations, because didn't really. I would like want to maybe save it for maybe before part 3 comes out. Now this is the interesting part, is that part 3 is going to be coming out at a time where the PlayStation 6 will be probably releasing. So will part 3 be a cross-gen release, or will they make part 3 into like a PlayStation 6 exclusive? Who knows? Time will tell. But I know that this review isn't probably what you're looking for. Sorry. Because I know there's like other online clips where people show gameplay, but I'm just here to show my, like, express my thoughts. This is one of the first reviews I did that I actually needed to write some things down, because other reviews I actually talk from the heart, right? So as a final verdict for this game, I believe this game is a 9 out of 10. There are some great things, some horrible things, but I'm only gonna knock it off by 1 point. I forgive it. Now, I want to talk about, if you've never played these games, if you never played Remake, Rebirth, or any Final Fantasy, and I'm happy to say that you don't need to play any other Final Fantasy except because each number is its own universe. So if you want to jump into Rebirth and never play Remake, that's what the director said. I don't agree with that. You have to play Remake to play Rebirth, from Rebirth to the third part, because originally the original Final Fantasy VII is one game. Now with Rebirth or the remake, they're doing it into a trilogy because they want to expand some things to it. So, other than that, I don't agree with the director on saying Rebirth can be played without playing Remake. So, I highly suggest you should play Remake first, before Rebirth. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed my mixed review review discussion about my video for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Other than that, I recommend this game. You should go play it. Remake first if you never played it. So, other than that, you guys take care. Bye.